say hello. I really like that song. Am I allowed to say that?
Rosie, I think you can say whatever you like. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Locking Down with Isabella Jane and
Rosie. That's me. I'm Rosie. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Della.
Yeah?
I still don't understand this whole thing.
What do you mean this whole thing?
I don't see anyone, and you keep, talking to people.
Well, Rosie, I've tried to explain this to you. It's like trying to explain technology to my grandmother. This is online.
Online.
Yes, we are live.
Yes, we are alive, and I'm grateful every day for that.
Yes, we're alive, but we are live. So that means this video is being played for people right now.
I don't get it still.
Can you pretend to get it so you can communicate with people watching?
Okay. Hello, everybody watching. It's so nice to see, although I can't see, everyone.
Yes, and a very big shout out to ibm.tv. Thank you so much for hosting our show. We love being on here. Kids watching, remember to stay tuned because after this, we've got another very, very exciting show all about doodling, drawing, coloring in, and having fun and being positive. So stay in tune for that. It's a really cool show.
It is. But Della, what are we going to talk about today? I know that we do a little bit of traveling here on the show.
Yeah, you see, traveling is a little bit weird with coronavirus and all.
Yeah, it is. We can't really go anywhere. We're still in a lockdown here in South Africa. I wonder what the rest of the world is like.
Well, that's a very good point. For anyone who's watching, who's from all around the world, drop us a comment. We'd love to respond to you and chat to you and see what it's like for you currently in lockdown. I know that some of our kids here in South Africa have begun to go back to school,
which is very cool. They can see their friends
while staying socially distanced.
Of course, because we have to be safe because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, Rosie. And why don't you remind our viewers of a few little tips and tricks that they should remember when it comes to the coronavirus and staying safe?
Well, wear a mask, firstly, to cover your mouth and your nose.
Yes. Remember, I'm going to remind you guys, a mask is just like a superhero's cape. So when you wear it like this, you're protecting your friends and your family.
Yes, and when you sneeze, you should sneeze into your elbow.
Yes.
But I don't sneeze.
No.
So I don't have to worry about that. But you have to.
Yep. Just like that.
It's like a dab. Remember that dance move, the dab?
I do remember that dance move. So guys, remember to wash your hands, keep sanitizing, stay home where you can, socially distance when you do see people. Wave.
That's a good idea. I like waving, especially the Mexican wave. Woo, the rugby game. I miss rugby games.
I miss rugby games too, but they're going to come back very soon, I'm sure.
Yes.
And you can always watch, repeats. We did very well in the World Cup. Watched that over and over again. It was a very, very good game.
Depends who you support.
It's always dependent on who you support. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're actually going to a really, really cool place in the world. You see, mine and Rosie's motto is,
you can go anywhere with your imagination.
That's very right. And I, in fact, just before coronavirus hit, I was actually in China. You were there too.
Yeah, I was.
How can you forget something like going to China? It was beautiful.
Yeah, we saw the Great Wall of China. We saw the Terracotta Warriors in Xi'an. We went to Disneyland in Shanghai.
Yeah, we did.
And in Shanghai, we met Winnie the Pooh.
We did. did meet Winnie the Pooh, and actually later on in the show, so stay tuned, we've got Winnie the Pooh's story in our fairy tale segment. But before we get to that, I thought I would take you to Argentina, to the capital, Buenos Aires, to go and visit the Casa Rosada.
What does all of that mean?
Well, I was in China because I was in the musical Evita. And Eva Perón was brought up in Argentina. So I thought, how cool to visit Argentina with our imaginations and learn a little bit about it.
That's a great idea.
So guys, stay tuned and join us in an amazing adventure to Buenos Aires,
Argentina. We're going to play it soon, aren't we?
We are. Hi there, thanks for joining us. My name is Isabella Jane and this is my best buddy.
I am Rosie and I love lockdown so far.
Why?
Well, I get to talk to you. We've had a lot of time to talk.
Yeah, we've spoken a lot, Rosie.
Yep, and you've told me how much travelling you've done because of musical theatre. I wanted to know, do you miss it?
Well, I do miss travelling, Rosie, but like you know, we can go anywhere with our imaginations.
So where are we going to go today?
I think I've got just the spot.
Hey! You left me behind!
I'm sorry, I was excited.
I was excited too! Where are we?
We are here, Rosie, in Buenos Aires.
What's new? Buenos Aires!
And Buenos Aires is the capital of?
Argentina!
Argentina! Yep, Argentina. And there's the flag.
What a pretty flag, isn't it?
It's a very pretty flag. Rosie, did you know that Argentina is the second largest country in South America?
We're in South America?
Yeah.
South America, South Africa. We're quite close to home, aren't we?
Yeah, all right.
Oh, so where are we? What is this?
Rosie, this is the Casa Rosada.
It looks old.
It is old.
How old?
Like 1882 old.
That's old. But they did have good taste, didn't they?
Why?
The building is pink.
Yeah, it's pink just like you.
Exactly! I'm gonna live in the big pink building.
Well, this is also known as the Presidential Palace.
I have to become the president of Argentina so I can live in the pink building, the old 1882 pink building.
This is quite a famous building, you know.
I know.
Do you?
No. Why is it famous?
Well, Rosie, someone like Eva Perón made a speech here.
Eva Perón? That's exactly it!
Well, did you know, Rosie, that Eva Perón came to Buenos Aires when she was a young woman, and she met Juan Perón, who then became the president?
I have to meet a Juan Perón so then he can become the president, and then I will become the presidente, and then I can sing songs like Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Because that's what Eva Perón did.
Yes, Rosie, Eva Perón sang songs.
She did, didn't she?
That was for the musical, Rosie.
Oh, that's why we're... Oh, looks like we're having some technical difficulties there. No worries. You see, with lockdown, Bella, everyone is on the internet. So, you know, it's a little bit slow sometimes.
Yeah.
Like your thought process.
Like my thought. That's not very nice, Rosie. I think I've got a quick brain.
Not quick enough.
Well, you know, You know where your jokes come from?
My head.
Yes, they do. They come from you, Rosie.
You see, I am the quick one. And I saw, oh, can we bring the comments back up? I saw we had a nice comment. And I missed it. I think it was about Naya.
Maya, yes, our 90-second showcase. So guys, we're going to have her in a few minutes to perform on the violin, which is really cool. It was a beautiful video.
I think so too.
I didn't show you.
Oh, well then I look forward to seeing it.
I look forward to playing it. So guys, just a little backstory on the Casa Rosada, because we missed a little bit of the story. That is where Eva Perón made many of her biggest speeches.
Wow. So who is this Eva Perón?
Eva Perón was the spiritual leader of Argentina quite a long time ago.
Okay. And what did she do? Did she spiritually lead people in Argentina?
Yes. Because she was the spiritual leader.
That makes plenty sense.
I think it does.
So what was the point of us going there?
Well, to be really honest, I wanted to sing a song.
But we didn't get to see it.
No, we didn't.
So we're just going to have to sing it now. A cappella. I don't expect my love affairs to last for long. Never fool myself that my dreams will come true. Being used to trouble, I anticipate, but all the same, I hate it, wouldn't you? So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to?
Where am I going to?
I love that song.
I love it too.
Why do you love that song?
Well, that's the song I sang in Ibiza when I traveled.
Oh, yeah. That's what we were talking about. You see, we were in China last year. Yeah. China.
China was great. We, in fact, went to Wuhan. Believe it or not, we went to Wuhan, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah, while we were there, it was like, woohoo, hun. And then we left, and then it became, woo, hun.
Yeah.
For certain reasons we don't really like to talk about, because why talk about politics when we can talk about such fun things? Yeah, like seeing our friends again soon, like going to the park, like spending so much time, now with our dogs and our family.
Yeah, because we're all at home. How amazing that we can spend so much time with the people around us. We can spend this time learning about interesting and weird and wonderful things. I think lockdown has actually been a bit of a blessing, don't you?
Yeah, because I've got to spend a lot of time with you.
Rosie, that's very sweet. But I must say, the pleasure has been all mine because I love spending time with you.
Oh, yeah. I like watching movies with you.
Really? What movies have you enjoyed?
Well, I love Snow White.
Yeah?
I love Frozen.
I don't think you're ever going to let that one go, hey?
No, you can't let it go. Let it go. And I love Winnie the Pooh.
I love Winnie the Pooh as well. And I see Katie has joined us. Hello, Katie. And we've got a few comments coming up about Maya. I'm so excited to share her. But before we get to that, I want to get back to Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, let's get back to Winnie the Pooh.
We, in fact, went there in our Fairy Tale Friday, which you can find on my YouTube. We have every single Friday different fairy tales. And today, I've got a special one for you watching. Let's take a look at this amazing story.
Winnie the Pooh.
Rosie is my puppet pal. Her hair is straight and yellow.
I wear a dress, a pink of hue,
And we both say hello.
Hi, am Isabella Jane,
And I am Rosie.
and today we are looking at a real childhood classic, a big memory for me, Winnie the Pooh.
I love Winnie the Pooh.
Me too. So this starts on a windy day, but before we get there,
Once upon a time.
there was Pooh Bear on a windy day. And he thought today is a good time to go to my think spot and think.
I want to think stuff too when I can think.
So he went there and it was very windy and a beaver popped out of the ground.
What?
And he said, "Don't you think it should go home? It's Wednesday, not Wednesday." So Pooh Bear thought, I should go tell everyone a happy Wednesday.
I want to tell people Happy Wednesdays. Happy Wednesday.
So he went to everyone's house. He went to Piglet's house, and there Piglet was sweeping away leaves that had fallen that the wind had brought, and every time he swept it away, another gust of wind came and brought leaves back. And eventually, a massive gust of wind came and swept Piglet away.
What did Pooh Bear do?
Well, Winnie the Pooh ran after him and followed Piglet through everyone's homes, through Rabbit's garden of carrots, which made him very angry, and eventually into Owl's house. So Mr. Owl invited them in, and because of all the wind, Owl's house came tumbling down.
Oh no! So what happened?
Well, Eeyore thought that he would help rebuild Owl's house, so he began. And then that evening, when everyone was sleeping, there was a big storm and there was water everywhere. So all they did was they went to Christopher Robin's house and they all stayed there because it was a bit higher than where all the water could reach. However, Pooh and Piglet were missing.
Where were they?
They were being thrown around by the wind. Pooh had a honey pot stuck on his head and Piglet was clinging to a chair. And you know what?
What?
Pooh saved Piglet. He clung onto Piglet and they were both safe.
Oh, that's very good. So then let's get back to Owl's house. What happened there?
Well, Piglet told Owl that he can go live in his little house.
That's so nice of Piglet. But then, where would Piglet live?
Well, that's when his best friend Pooh said, "You can come live with me."
So they were living together and Pooh was so lovely to help Piglet.
Yeah, he was.
I love Winnie the Pooh. I love all the characters.
Deep in the 100-acre wood where Christopher Robin plays, you'll find the enchanted neighborhood of Christopher's childhood days. A donkey named Eeyore is his friend.
There's Kanga and Little Roo. There's Rabbit
And Piglet,
and there's Owl. But most of all, Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the
Pooh,
Winnie the
Pooh,
chubby little toby, all
stuffed with fluff.
he's Winnie the
Pooh,
Winnie the Pooh,
willy-nilly silly
old bear.
You know, one of the things I love so much about Winnie the Pooh is that there were so many different stories.
There were?
I've only actually shown you the one. I've told you the one story.
Oh, well, we must do no stories.
Yeah, there were just so many spin-offs. And I remember as a child, I was so excited about all of it. I mean, there was Tigger, and there was one of with the with an elephant, but I think it was a heffalump because it was heffalump and woozles as opposed to elephants and weasels, something like that. I mean, all the memories, and I feel like I know so many of the songs off by heart.
Really?
Yeah.
Please don't sing any of them.
With a few good friends and a stick or two, a house was built at a corner called Exactly. I just loved it. So guys, thank you for enjoying that with me. And thank you for everyone who's joined. I see we've got a couple of people ready for Maya. And that, in fact, guys, is our next segment of our show. We generally have three big segments. It's our Travel Tuesdays, which is a bit of a traveling thing because you can go
Anywhere with your imagination.
exactly. And then we have our Fairy Tale Fridays because, I mean, I love watching Netflix and I love binging IBMTV. But I love fairy tales, eh? I really, really do. And I've got these gorgeous books that we love to read.
Yes, because reading is important. Remember, kids, you have to read. And school is fun, but reading involves your imagination.
Well, school involves your imagination too. So if you're back at school, if you're getting ready to go back at school, remember, guys, have an amazing time. Just say hi to your friends, give them a Bluetooth air hug, an imaginary hug, ask them how they are, how their lockdown was doing. Remember, wash your hands as often as you can, wear a mask, keep socially distanced,
and have fun and work hard.
Exactly. So guys, this brings us to the last segment of our show before we sign out, before we catch Dude and Tam with the doodling show, the coolest show on the block. This segment of our show is called the 90-second showcase. And I'm so excited for this week. Last week, we had a gorgeous girl from Tokyo, Japan, playing the piano and singing.
Yeah, Haruka Sata.
She was amazing.
I think we should bring her back one day.
I think we should. Maybe we should interview her one day.
Good idea. And we have a comment saying, love a good fairy tale. Yeah, I love a good fairy tale too.
So this week for our showcase, we've got a beautiful young girl in grade 10 from my hometown, Johannesburg, South Africa. It is Maya Snyman. So take a look at our 90-second showcase.
Enjoy!
Welcome to the 90-second showcase.
Wow. Was she using a loop pedal?
Yeah, so guys, she was even using a loop pedal. So she wasn't just playing the violin, she was doing everything. I feel like my mind would probably blow up. Maya, you are amazing. Thank you so much for being on our 90-second showcase. Guys, if you loved her, drop us some comments. We'd love to share them with her. And yeah, if you would like to take part in our 90-second showcase, get in touch. Don't be shy. We would love to feature you on our next show. We're featuring talent from all around the world to all around the world.
What a great little tagline. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and as you can see, we are here every week, same time, same place. Join us, but kids, stay tuned because we've got the School of Positivity with Tam and Dude coming up next. So that's it from Isabella Jane
and Rosie. Stay safe
and stay sanitized.
Bye. Bye.